Welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a much requested yoga for sleep. So I posted a few poses on my Instagram a few days ago, which were just ways and poses that I find really help me unwind and relax before bed. And it seems like it really helped a lot of other people as well. So I thought I would just run through it in real time with you, just so you can kind of just follow along, have a bit of a tutorial, and just hopefully it really helps you rest a little bit better. So I love to flow in the evenings with my cup of tea and my comfy clothes. So if you are exactly the same and you like to wind down with a warm drink, then hit pause and go and grab one now. Also, make sure you get really comfy, make sure you're really warm. So either add that extra layer or put some socks on, and then just really try and unwind and relax into this flow. Maybe light a candle, maybe put some soothing music on. And also as well, if you want a prop or a bolster or a pillow, then grab that as well. And then we will get ready to move. So we're really going to work on connecting with the breath and slowing down in these poses. So starting in a wide-legged child's pose. So just take the knees nice and wide. Bring the big toes to touch. The knees are really nice and wide, and we're just going to fold forward and gently soften. So if you do have a bolster or a pillow, maybe just placing it under the chest area just so you're supported. And then take the arms out. This is just going to be really nice and soft. Take the forehead down, maybe just gently move it from side to side just to release the neck, and then just settle into some stillness. So we're going to hold each pose for about 5 breaths. Sometimes I prefer to hold it for longer, maybe even a couple of minutes. And just find holding the pose just for as long as you would. It's just a way. Unwind. So just taking 2 more breaths here. And then gently make your way into your tabletop position. The first pose we're going to come into is that lizard pose. So stepping the right foot just outside of the hands, really right to the edge of the mat, just taking a little bit of movement here. And then picking the right hand up, just wimbling the arm back, opening the shoulder and the chest, and then bring it back down. Just do that one more time. Open out the chest. And then bring it back. Just finding some stillness here, just for 3 more breaths. So really notice if there's any tension anywhere in the body. Breathe into that tension. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck the toes on the left foot, lift the knee, step the right leg back, gently coming into a downward dog, maybe just pedaling the feet, the legs slightly. And then same on the left. So step the left foot to the outside of the mat, settling in. We inhale, open out. Exhale, bring the hand back. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, placing that left hand down, finding some stillness here. Taking those 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Take 1 last breath here, inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes on the right foot, step that left foot back to the right, downward dog. Again, maybe pedaling into the feet, just soft, gentle movements. And then gently bending the knees, walking the hands back towards the feet, taking a forward fold here. So just taking the feet just a little bit closer together, Bend the knees as much as you need to bring the chest down towards the thighs. And then just catch hold of the ankles or the calves. Maybe give yourself a big hug. Just tucking the chin into the chest, really lengthening through the whole of the back of the body and the hamstrings. It's nice just to shift the weight backwards and forwards between the heels and the toes. So really lengthening the backs of the legs out and then breathing here. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Notice if any tensions crept back into the jaw and release. And relax. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Gently release. Coming into a half forward lift. So either taking the fingertips to the floor or to the shins. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Fold it back down. Deep bend in the knees once again. Walk the hands forward. We're coming down this time into our sleeping swan or our pigeon pose. So stepping the right foot forward first. Take the right toes towards the left wrist. Bringing the right knee towards the right wrist. Just fold that foot and that leg in as much as you need to just to get nice and comfortable. Maybe taking a cushion or a block under the right glute if you find that you lose the alignment, and then just walking the hands down and then bringing the head down towards the hands, taking 5 breaths here. So this is the point where we want to completely relax and unwind. So without any ego or judgment in these poses. It doesn't matter what they look like at this point. 3 more breaths. Gently coming back onto the hands. Again, tucking the toe under on the left foot. Step back, downward dog, soften. And then step the left foot forward this time. So left knee towards the left wrist. Right foot towards the right wrist. Fold that leg in as much as you need to. Again, maybe place that support underneath the left glute. And then softening down. When we're finding that stillness and breathing, this is the time where the mind might start to wander. So maybe it's already moving forward to tomorrow, or maybe it's hung up on something that happened today or in the past. This is the point where we bring the attention to the breath. So every time the mind wanders, just gently bring it back with no judgment onto the breath. So 2 more breaths here together. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back up onto the hands. Tuck the toes on the right foot. Gently step the left foot back to the right. Drop down onto the knees, lowering all the way down on to your front. And then just bringing the right leg up. So hip and the knee are in a line, and then the right ankle is in line with the right knee. Just placing the left cheek down on the floor, coming into our half frog. This is really gentle hip opener. Maybe taking a pillow under the head and neck if that's a bit more comfortable. Remember, everything is soft and gentle. There's no force, there's no push. So just taking 2 more breaths here. And then bring the right leg back towards the left. Doing the same on the other side. So this time we're taking the right cheek down towards the floor. So picking that left hip up. And breathing here. Some of these poses are actually really nice for if you are struggling to fall asleep as well, or maybe if you wake up in the night and you're finding it hard to drop back off, maybe trying some of these poses and really bringing the attention back to the breath. Help you get a more restful night and drop off that a little bit easier. So take one more breath here. And exhale, bringing that left leg back. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands. Make your way up into tabletop, then cross over the ankles, coming back into a lying down position. Keeping the knees bent, the feet flat on the floor. Take the feet about hip width apart. Seeing if you can brush the back of the heels with the hands. Just taking a couple of rounds of our half bridge, our glute bridge here. So closing the eyes off, keeping the neck nice and neutral. We take an inhale, tuck the pelvis up, slowly start to peel the spine away from the floor. So feel the chest rise up towards the chin, the glutes engage. Hold here for one full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale, slowly start to lower back down. We'll just take one more breath here. Inhale, tuck the pelvis. Slowly peel the spine. This time, take an inhale, float the hands up over the head. Take an exhale, float them back down. Do this one more time. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, as you float the hands down, slowly start to lower the hips back down towards the floor. Just bring the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees. Just give yourself a hug before we make our way into our happy baby. So either taking the first two fingers and the thumb and making a bind around the big toes, or catching hold of the outer edge of the feet. Just gently swaying, rocking from side to side, aiming the knees down towards the armpits. So a lot of these poses that we've done tonight are hip opening flows. They're nice and gentle ways just to open out the hips. The hips store a lot of tightness and tension and a lot of emotions. So if we gently open and release those before we go to sleep, then hopefully it'll allow us to be a little bit more restful, a little bit more calm, a little bit more chilled out. Just taking any movements that feel good here. And then release. Give yourself another hug. One more time. Bring the nose up towards the knees this time. Squeeze everything in. Give yourself a big hug. And then release. Taking a full body stretch before making your way down into your final Shavasana. So stretch it all out. And then just finding that Shavasana. So taking the feet about hip width apart. Just relaxing everything. Taking the hands by the sides with the palms facing up and closing off the eyes, finding some stillness. Feeling the body grow heavy, really sinking down into the earth. Again, noticing if the mind starts to wander, just gently without any judgment or attachment, guiding it back to the breath. Just staying here in this Shavasana for as long as you need. When you're ready, just gently moving the fingers and toes, just bringing some life back into the body. Taking another full body stretch. Remember that we're still trying to keep it nice and calm and chilled, so just keeping the eyes closed, bring the knees into the chest and rolling over onto your right hand side, just taking whatever time you need here. Maybe staying here at this point for a few minutes, maybe a little bit longer if that serves you, if that's what you need. And just to close the practice, just coming up into a comfortable seated position, bringing the hands together at heart center, palms pressed together, just bowing the head down towards the fingers and thumbs, and just taking a moment or two to thank yourself for being kind to yourself, for showing yourself some compassion, for not judging, for practicing without ego. Namaste. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through that practice. I hope you feel a bit more chilled out, a bit more ready to go to sleep, nice and chilled out and nice and zen. I hope to see you on the mat very soon. Thank you. Namaste.